We are
Get
ready.
some popcorn.
Welcome everyone to the Popcorn Podcast, the first episode of Popcorn Podcast. I am joined by Tactical Operator.
Morning.
The Astral Mech. And Outcast.
Yeah, it's me.
And for some reason the stream hasn't started for me yet.
Yeah, it has.
Oh,
It's
refresh.
loaded. It's loaded.
It's loading in. Hello guys, welcome. How you all doing? Are we just loading? Right, go on, Tac. We can start again. Let's start again.
Get some popcorn.
Welcome everyone to the first episode of the Popcorn Podcast. I am joined by Tactical Operator.
Hello there.
The Astral Mech.
Howdy.
And Outcast.
I'm the special one.
So basically guys, this is the Popcorn Podcast. We've been working on it for a while, and we're going to be talking a lot about Lego Star Wars, upcoming Lego games, and all that kind of good stuff. And today we've got a few discussions ready and planned, and yeah, so I suppose let's take it away. We'll start with the introductions. Of course, you may or you should know me. I'm SGT Shelby, and I'm basically the host of the Popcorn Podcast. The podcast will be on this stream, and yes, this is live, guys. This is live.
Really?
But yeah, and I do like Lego Star Wars YouTube content and all that kind of good stuff. But how about Tac? Introduce yourself to the people who don't know you.
So most of you should be familiar with me. I am Tactical Operator, another fellow Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga YouTuber, and I tend to cover the vast majority of topics within the Skywalker Saga, which vary from speculation videos, discussion videos, news videos, etc. And yeah, it's pretty much everything about me.
Astral Mech.
Hey guys, so basically I do pretty much any variety of Star Wars content I make. I do room tours, I do toy hunts, I do Lego Star Wars, I did a lot of Battlefront 2 until the support ended. I'm kind of shifting to more Lego Star Wars. I'm going to start covering Squadrons, the new game, and I do some Fallen Order streams occasionally. So yeah, there's not much else to say. I do pretty much everything Star Wars gaming and a little bit outside of that. But Outcast, why won't you introduce yourself to everyone?
Oh, no.
What do you do, Outcast?
I rarely upload. Like, like maybe 10 subscribers. Like that's it. That's all I do.
Okay, so basically we are 3.5 YouTubers, being me, Tac, and Astral Mech, and the half YouTuber, of course, being Outcast.
I'd like to say that Outcast is only on this podcast because he made the Twitter group chat.
There you go.
Basic.
But it should be
That's
fun
not
to
the idea.
have him in anyways. So,
Just,
go ahead, Tac.
Oh, I was just going to say, just to clarify, I haven't got a face cam yet for those who are wondering out of curiosity, but I might have one at some point, so just be patient, guys.
It's only Shelby with
Outcast
the
don't do
face
basic
cam.
deal.
So, I suppose we could start off by saying that today we're going to be discussing Star Wars Squadrons. I suppose we could start off with.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because Star Wars Squadrons was the game that was announced a few days ago, and a trailer came out, and in a minute you'll see the trailer. I'll put it on for you guys while we discuss it. But it's essentially, I suppose, a flight simulator game, kind of. I suppose it's just Starfighter Assault, but a lot of Starfighter stuff. What do you guys think of it?
Looks visually very, very good. I was impressed with how good it looked. Again, it wasn't actually gameplay, but just from what we were shown, just the scenarios that we were going to be put in for the game, like just the map, it seemed really interesting to me. The customization, I think, is going to be really on point, especially looking at the pre-order bonuses they have planned. I'm just worried about the 5v5. Is this only going to be 5v5, and there's only going to be, like, what did they say, a 4-hour campaign?
A 4-hour campaign.
I think that's what they said. Maybe I don't know if that's the correct number.
4 or
But
5.
I was hoping this game would be more campaign oriented.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it
Yeah,
seems
of
like it's
course.
gonna be the other way around. Which I'm gonna be fine with, but it's interesting.
I mean, I thought the trailer looked amazing. Like, the graphics, I thought actually looks like really good. Although it does look quite a lot like just an upscaled Battlefront 2.
Well, I feel like with the fleet battles, and elaborating on what Astromech said, with the 5v5, I wouldn't say I'm fully confident with it, although I'm looking forward to the fleet battles, because I don't know whether it will be like an improvement to capital supremacy in Star Wars Battlefront 2, or it'll just be more of an improvement to Starfighter Assault in Battlefront 2, but obviously we don't know how the combat's going to work or anything like that, so until we see gameplay, I'll probably judge it fully then, but just from basing it off the trailer, it does look phenomenal in terms of, as you said, the visuals, and the graphics just look really good, and the customization options and the variety of fighters we can play as.
And I suppose also...
Sorry.
I suppose also the amount of planets and areas and the maps as well, because there was a lot of those, wasn't there? There was a lot of different areas down below.
There was. I'm pretty certain there was 2 maps which were that we've not seen before. I think one was Yavin Prime and the other one was Gallatin, if that's how you pronounce it.
It's like some sort of moon. It was a moon. I don't remember what the moon was. It was like crap.
I've heard
Squadron.
Yavin Prime. I've heard of it, but I'm really looking forward to it. Just especially it's a brand new game based on starfighters purely, and even though if we're going to compare it to a game like Star Wars Battlefront 2, obviously the vast majority preferred Galactic Assault or Capital Supremacy over Starfighter Assault. So I feel like this would be a good opportunity just to play as starfighters in that perspective.
What do you think, Outcast?
I mean, on a 5v5, it has the potential, just one sliver of potential of being like the Rainbow Six Siege of starfighters. The highest skill gap. That's about it.
See, personally, I've never played any flight kind of game, or any game that's literally dedicated to only flying. So I'm not sure how many game modes they could have for just a game based on starfighters. I'm not really sure if that's going to be two game. Thing is, that's 2 game modes for one whole game. Okay.
Well, there's going to be the dogfight, and then there's going to be the main ship battles, which is what they're. At least I think it's confirmed.
Yes, it is confirmed. So
what?
So the dogfight is supposed to be a. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say because the dogfight is supposed to be a team deathmatch class game, whereas there's another game mode with the fleet battle. Although, even though there's 4 fighters, like the iconic classic ships, I think if Star Wars Squadrons were to receive updates, I would say the B-Wing and the TIE Defender would be ideal ships, especially if you want to add some more variations to since we've got like fighters, interceptors, bombers, etc.
And do you think we're going to get Anakin Starfighter, maybe some of the hero Starfighters and those kind of stuff?
Probably not.
And it's only Rebels versus Empire, right?
It's going to be the New Republic versus the Fallen Empire.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
The same time as the Battlefront.
It would be good because I feel like it would add more immersion and maybe a different style of gameplay. Because if you compare ships like the Falcon, which is more of a ship and it's not going to be as maneuverable, and say you compare it to Luke's Red 5, it's going to be non-maneuverable. I feel like especially in Battlefront 2 and especially in Star Wars Squadrons, the different ship classes are going to mix up the style of gameplay, which will be good, I think.
And it's got a pretty nice release date. It's only coming out October 2nd, which isn't far down the line, especially because they've announced it a few days ago. It's only a few months down the line now.
Well, especially how with the Skywalker Saga as well as the Star Wars Squadrons, I guess it's just a good luck for us.
It's a bit like a Star Wars hype for October. We got the Skywalker Saga, and now we have Star Wars Squadrons.
Yeah, that'll be
in season 2.
Oh yeah.
I mean, in all fairness, the trailer was actually received pretty well. I think it's on about 3.5 million views at the moment.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was #1 trending yesterday.
Yeah, which is mad.
Really?
I'm speechless. It's insane. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Honestly.
I suppose at the same time, apart from the Skywalker Saga, this is the next Star Wars game. Well, in all fairness, it is including the Skywalker Saga.
Well, I feel like with the end, the end of the live service Star Wars Battlefront 2, I feel like we would need another game to kind of keep the Star Wars fans engaged. Although not everyone is confident because it's purely based on the original trilogy, not the other eras, and it's only a Starfighter game. But I feel like it's not appreciated enough because I feel like, with what we know so far, there could be a lot of potential for this game. So until we see, I'm looking forward to it. I wouldn't say I'm hyped, but my chances are that I will be hyped as soon as we see a gameplay trailer.
And
Is that EA Play? And they said, when's that?
oh,
2
EA
weeks?
Play, yes.
Thursday.
So that's when we think we're gonna probably see some more content on it or some gameplay, right? EA Play.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's been confirmed by EA Star Wars that we are
Okay.
gonna gameplay's gonna be showcased.
At EA Play.
Yeah, EA
Nice.
Play.
Yeah.
And so far it's going to be available on the PS4, the Xbox One, Origin, Steam, Epic Games, and PS4 VR. Has there been any word on next generation consoles?
Not from what I can recall, no. Although I think one thing I'm really looking forward to personally is the cross-platform edition. It just enables us all, viewers and YouTubers to play. So I'm really, really looking forward to it.
It should be a fun little game because it's clearly it's not a massive Star Wars game. It's only 5v5 starfighters, and in all fairness, 5v5 they should have probably expanded on that, in my opinion. I think they definitely should have gone, 10v10, or unless it's not 5v5 and it's like 5v5v5v5v5, and like it's that kind of thing with a lot of different squadrons in the same game mode.
Yeah.
Well, then if it's 5v5v5v5, then that would mean they're all pitted against each other. Unless you bring in, like...
Your mic's a bit glitchy there, Astral.
Yeah,
Here, one
it's
sec.
lagging out.
It's better?
Yeah, bit loud, but better.
Yeah.
Here, okay. Anyways, what was I saying? If you have the 5v5v5v5, that means obviously there's going to be, 4 different teams, and if they have 4 different teams, you're going to need 4 different factions. So
Astral. It might be a good idea for you to grab your other mic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very robotic and glitchy on my end.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
have to later. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
lagging out.
I feel like 4 ships per infraction is good, but I feel like there should be updates with more ships because I was surprised that we didn't see the B-Wing. Although the TIE Defender, if you've watched Star Wars Rebels, is canon, so that would be an amazing ship, but obviously you can't have the B-Wing without another Imperial ship because it wouldn't be balanced otherwise. But I think the TIE Reaper from Rogue One, I was surprised that's in there, to be honest, as well.
And what are we thinking in terms of characters? Because are all the characters new? All the the rebels and that?
Well, we've not seen Hera in a physical form in a game. Obviously, she was in I think she was in Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens, if I recall. But Hera was definitely a surprise to be sure. Wedge, I think most of us would assume, but yeah, we might see more characters.
Fair enough. It's a game I'm kind of looking forward to. I'm not super excited for it or hyped because there's better games to look forward to. There's the Skywalker Saga, which we'll talk a bit more about in a bit. But I'm not necessarily hyped exactly to play it. I might give it a go. If people say it's good, I'll probably play it. Apart from that, I'm not necessarily hyped.
I think I might be getting my hopes up a bit too much, but there was an episode in Star Wars Rebels where there was it was purely based on the fighter academy, and there was a cutscene as if all the Imperial pilots were in an academy. So I would love that, in this 4-hour campaign, I would love to be in the academy. It would just, be so different rather than just being a stormtrooper. You're actually learning how to fly and stuff like that. It would just be amazing.
Yeah, because
So this other campaign's gonna be around.
Because I have no idea how the campaign's going to work. For Starfighters, how are you supposed to make a whole campaign out of just flying?
It could just be battle. Well, it's set after the Battle of Endor, so obviously it's, as Astral said, the New Republic and the Fallen Empire. So it could just be maybe space battles, or you again, as I said, you could be training at an academy or something. So I don't know, but you know.
Well, they've confirmed that the campaign is going to be about becoming a fighter pilot for both of them. It's going to be you're becoming it. So, I mean, the only way I could really see that work for an only Starfighter game is if you have cutscenes where you're on the ground receiving missions and whatnot, and then you go up high. Unless there's going to be some ground to space combat in the large, or not space, or not ground, but space to ship combat, and they have like a small sort of mechanic where you can just run in and blow up the ship from the inside, then they can implement that kind of ground gameplay into the campaign.
Mm. It would spark some vibes from the original Battlefront as well. If EA are the publishers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like, are they the designers as well, or is that
I suppose is it like that innovative company?
Invotive? Yeah, I don't know the designers. Yeah, but
Motive.
yeah. So like, if EA
Yeah,
if they were if they were to design like a ground to ship phase combat thing, game mode, sorry, or aspects into the campaign, that would really get people's attention as it sparks vibes from the original Battlefront, and it would be better than Capital Supremacy in Star Wars Battlefront 2. So
Okay, so I mean, essentially, Star Wars Squadrons coming out October 2nd. When we get some stuff at EA Play, June 18th, we're probably the next Popcorn podcast after that. We'll probably mention a bit about gameplay and share opinions and stuff.
Flap brought up a good point, and something I personally want to talk about: the pre-order bonuses. What do you think of the pre-order bonuses
for the Squadrons?
Yes.
Maybe a
Like-
ship customization.
Yeah.
Maybe?
They have all of that. They have 8 ship customizations, 2 pilots, and then 2 decals. I like the pilots and the decals. The ship designs in general, like, just bad in my opinion. I'm not a fan of them. I'll probably pre-order it just because I pre-order all the Star Wars games that comes out because I want to stream it as soon as possible. But
Yeah.
I mostly will be hyped for the pilot skins because I really like that Imperial pilot.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I just feel like, well, I think the vast majority would incline to agree that the skins are disappointing just with stripes, but I feel like there's nothing really much you can do because I feel like the stripes are supposed to represent the squadron, so it's a hard thing to discuss.
So what would
Right,
be
but
the
the
main
colours-
game mode?
The big capital mode, the 5v5, taking
fli-
down the enemy's capital.
the
but
fleet
you don't board.
battle, yeah.
Oh, like the old Battlefront 2005.
Yeah, so
Yes, but without boarding, or at least we don't think there's going to be boarding as of yet. So
yeah. Also, another question or discussion. What do you think about Star Wars Squadron being purely first person?
strongly against it.
I think it, in terms of it being a Starfighter game, they've never done first. Well, at least they haven't done for ages. But maybe the classics did on the the old consoles. But Starfighter games essentially, I think should be in third person. I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about the first person.
I think
19 dislikes. 19 dislikes.
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. This is our first one. We gotta improve.
Nah, don't worry. It's not about the likes. It's about the those who are
Community.
actually those who are interested. Honestly, the dislikes don't matter. I forgot what I was gonna say now. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I suppose that's better. What I'm considering is how in the world is VR gonna work for this game? If you can play it on PS4 VR, how's that gonna work?
It's probably the same as the Battlefront 1 Rogue One mission, but it's just going to be with the online players, I suppose. I don't see how else it could work. I hope the camera is a little bit different, because I noticed in the gameplay, I watched a little bit before we hopped on the podcast, I noticed that the camera angle was just too far back in the seat, and you couldn't really see anything. Like 90% of the screen was just controls, and the actual there wasn't much glass. So I just hope that you get a good view. There's a lot of glass that you can see out of. If it's okay like that, then I'll be okay with it. But beyond that, I don't know. First person, it's a bold move.
Your mic
Oh,
is still
yeah.
very glitchy, mind.
Oh yeah, we
Is-
said something.
Yours,
I think-
Astral.
I think first person is going to be weird,
Hold
as
up.
especially if we're going to be able to change like our flight suits and stuff. Like it's going to be
So yeah, what's the point in changing
like
your
you're not
flight
gonna
suit?
you're not going to see your own flight suit. Like,
But
I
then
think
no one
I'd
else
ra-
will
yeah.
either.
Yeah, true. Like, yeah, like maneuvering will be difficult because you can't see behind you. But I think since everyone's restricted to first person, I feel like there might be a balancing gameplay, but that obviously depends whether or not players play in third or first. But I think we can all say that most people use third person.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So we're gonna get a rejoining Astral Mech, maybe.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Astral Mech.
I didn't. I was seeing some mic off in it. I did. Stream okay?
Yeah.
Is my audio better?
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
So yes, no. Is it-
I think
There's
I
also-
think as we talk more, we'll be able to hear. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you can say a sentence and it won't glitch, and then you can talk in, it just gets glitchier and more robotic, and it's weird. I don't know what it is.
I don't know either.
So, with the 4-hour campaign, what do you think? Do you think like it's short? It's long? Like what? How do you feel about the time of the campaign?
Short.
Hmm.
But yeah, just being 4 hours is a short campaign as it is.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if it would feel pretty long because it's Starfighters.
I think first person adds more of a realistic sense to it because, like, you're not going to be able to see like, the behind the shoulder angle, but I don't know. Like, it might be difficult at first, but it might just take a bit of practice because we're just so used to third person.
Yeah, I suppose so. I also
So-
suppose it's going to be hard to see out of your little screen when you're
Well,
in first
yeah,
person.
Well, you're only in a cockpit, so it's not like you can, unless if there's some sort of like screen or something you can see like what's coming behind you. I don't know, because or you could just like rotate your head and look out the window or something. I don't know.
But yeah,
No, just
it.
open the window, stick your
Oh,
head out.
Outcast is back.
Just open the
It's that
window.
easy.
Ow.
Yeah.
Just
There's
make
air in
sure.
space,
Just make
right?
sure. Oh, God's sake. So I think I think one thing I want to do when this game comes out is compare this to Star Wars Battlefront 2 in terms of these, like, how the fighters are going to be different and stuff like that, and the customization as well, because obviously Battlefront 2 didn't have like starfighter skins, or they didn't have like these specific upgrades where you can like upgrade your hull
They
engine.
didn't focus much on that. No.
Yeah, exactly. So I think for those people who love Starfighter or just Starfighters in general, I think this will be a good opportunity for EA just to get some real potential.
Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much Star Wars Squadrons. Apart from that, I suppose we don't really have much else to talk about in terms of Squadrons.
Survived one topic.
We
Hooray.
survived one topic. So, I suppose now we can move on to Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Now, of course, a lot of you watching will be interested in this, seeing as you've got three, and half a YouTube, but you've got three YouTubers here who are, Lego Star Wars YouTubers. And yeah, so in terms of the Skywalker Saga, we'll get into a bit of that now. In all fairness, there hasn't been a lot of news recently at all.
Oh.
We've been going for a draw, haven't we?
Hence why our channels are stale.
Yeah, hence why our channels are stale. There has been nothing since May 4th.
Yeah, we obviously we thought we would take a lesson from Outcasts.
And it's been
Yeah.
it's been pretty disappointing as well with the Summer Game Fest.
Yeah.
Not just in terms of the Skywalker Saga, but just in general, there hasn't been any exciting news, or literally there's no word on anything about even getting news or when we can get news or anything like that at the moment in terms of the Skywalker Saga.
I wasn't anticipating that we would receive news for the Skywalker Saga at these game events. I just didn't get my hopes up, although I don't want people to get their hopes up if like other like articles or YouTubers are saying that we're potentially going to receive news on these dates, because
it's literally just a hit or miss.
Yeah, because like some bits can be misleading, but at the same time, like us YouTubers don't know when we're going to get news. The only thing we know is that we're going to receive news in the summer, which was stated by TT Games on their website.
Now, summer could mean generally like June to, I think, August or September, but I don't think they could have, but I don't think they specifically meant June 20th to, I think, September 3rd or something like that, which is the exact date of June, and that's the exact time frame of summer. But it would also be pretty disappointing if by summer they meant at the end of the summer, and they're not going to release any news until, say, August or late August or late September, because I definitely think that will be a miss.
Like, it's difficult to determine when we're actually going to get news, because like
there's nothing we can go on, is there?
Well, just to reiterate, we don't know when we're gonna get news, but TT Games are protected by, as most of you know, the NDA contract, which basically forbids TT Games to publish any news about the Skywalker Saga. So they can discuss like what we know so far, but they can't reveal anything new.
So basically, say May 4th, we had a new image, and we had more than one image. We had the cover art, and we also had all these different character images. Now that introduced new characters and new aspects. Developers beforehand couldn't talk about any of that kind of stuff, although they would have known about it, but they can't talk about it. But as soon as then that is released by TT Games or Warner Bros. Or whoever is releasing it, as soon as, I think it is Warner Bros. Who handle the marketing. Either way, as soon as they release those images and all that kind of stuff, that is then when the developers can then, talk about all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, once we get news, obviously me, Astro, and Shelby will be sure to let you guys know. And obviously, that depends if Outcast wants to become a LEGO YouTuber.
Are you going to become a LEGO
Outcast
YouTuber, Outcast?
On Outcast.
Probably no.
Probably not.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, J-Mo, don't worry. One day, don't worry. I'll recommend you.
So, when next do you guys think we could see news for the Skywalker Saga?
There was I watched your video. There was when TT Games going to one of the events. So I think that's most likely. But said what video it was.
I think the one event that we can pretty much guarantee anything from either Warner Bros. Or TT Games, not necessarily the Skywalker Saga, although they could release the next LEGO game or announce the next LEGO game, would be at Gamescom 2020 in August, because that is the biggest event of the summer, and it would be a missed opportunity if they missed that one out.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that they're protected by the NDA contract, because it just limits like what they can announce and just what we know. Because like for every bit of news we receive, like the community tends to be so hyped, and then it just gradually or just significantly dies down. And
the thing is,
yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, I mean I'm interrupting you, so you can finish the sentence.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a shame that it's just with the lack of marketing and communication, but it's just not everyone can get what they want. But I feel like at the same time, it's nice that everything's not being revealed to us, because it makes it more of a surprise, and it leaves us wondering with more questions.
Well, with the release is coming up, we don't know too much. I'm kind of worried about the marketing for this game and stuff.
It's a robot.
It's a robot.
Oh my god.
The thing is that Warner Bros, if they wanted to, they could release a brand new. I mean, they're not going to, but they could release a brand new image and a trailer or gameplay every single day if they wanted to, up until the release, because that's not affected by the NDA. If Warner Bros release it, then the developers then can talk about it, but the developers can't talk about anything that hasn't been released yet because they're disclosed by the non-disclosure agreement. I think I said that the wrong way around.
Yeah.
But it is concerning that Warner Bros. Have hardly released anything about this game. They've released no footage and no more than a few images this year, and we're already in June. We're already halfway through the year.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see because I'm not sure personally. So it's just whenever we get news, we get news. But it's just we'll update everyone when we get news.
And what do you guys think we're going to see before the game releases? Do you think we'll see another trailer, maybe a demo,
I would.
a gameplay trailer?
Definitely a gameplay or a launch trailer, and maybe some additional details. That marketing campaign where they revealed improved quality images from the E3 2019 interview. I feel like we could get more of them potentially, but obviously that's just my opinion.
We definitely should, because those were character HD images of those from E3. Now we never actually we got Luke Skywalker in his farm boy appearance, which I believed meant that they was going to release all the others. Now we probably do have them somewhere, but in terms of what we can see, they haven't released those images yet, and they probably should before go time. Although, so far we have 2 more trailer possibilities they've got. They themselves, being TT Games and Warner Bros, still have to release the release date, because Star Wars released it and then they removed it. But surely you're going to get a release date trailer, or are they going to release the release date and then only do one more trailer, being the launch trailer when it comes out?
Yeah, indeed.
As of right now, the more trailers, the better.
The more of anything, the better. Yeah.
Definitely more for us to cover in terms of breakdowns and just more discussion videos.
Tell you what I would really like, if we got the E3 demo, the E3 2019 demo, or something of the sorts. If before the game came out, if we got a hands-on demo for I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes or so, 15 minutes of gameplay, that would be incredible before the game comes out.
That would be phenomenal, especially if most of us pretty much know everything we know so far. But if we were to use that and imagine that in terms of gameplay, I don't know how it's going to look. I just think it's just going to look absolutely phenomenal, honestly.
With the new engine as well. What engine are they using? I think they're using the Unreal Engine 4.
NTT is called, I think.
Oh yeah, of course, because I think it's most like the Unreal Engine 4, but it's their own engine that they're using.
Yeah, brand new technology, built from the ground, brick by brick, virtual bricks, and yeah.
So what feature are you guys looking forward to the most?
Ooh, I don't know. Astral, Outcast. Do you have any?
The free roam traveling planet to planet seems really intriguing.
I'm looking forward to the combat and just the full-on exploration we can have. Being able to do bounty hunter missions, smuggler runs, being able to go through hyperspace, the amount of vehicles, 150 vehicles, being able to play nearly 500 characters, 20 planets, it's just everything about the game is amazing.
It is a massive game, isn't it? Yeah. And especially with, nearly 500 characters? 500 characters. Is that the most in any LEGO game to date?
The biggest ever.
Which is crazy. And it should be... I'm not really sure how they're going to fit that onto one screen. I think they're probably... what did they do? With LEGO Marvel, you can scroll down the screen, which they'll probably do for the Skywalker Saga, or they'll put it on different pages. Although, I think I'd probably prefer it if you to scroll down. It's a lot on one page, though, on one selection.
I think one thing I'm interested in is how originally in the official reveal trailer, how it featured mumbling, and in the countdown trailer it featured voices. So I'm wondering, does everyone think that we'll get mumbling as a portion want mumbling, and TC Games have taken it into consideration? So
by this point, sorry.
Go ahead.
At this point, this late in development, it's I'm sure all the cutscenes are done. They already did the voiceover.
I
Voiceover's
think
done.
I think there's gonna be. I don't know because what was it? James McLaughlin said at E3 2019, but
I think, yeah.
but
James-
that he's gonna take it back to the team and consider it.
Yeah. Well, like it's difficult to determine because they would have to design the cutscenes again with and without mumbling. Obviously
That's
they
like a
would have
whole
to
new
get,
game.
well, yeah, they would have to get the voice actors in as well. So it's going to be like it's going to cost a bit of money plus a bit of time getting all the actors in and just design it. So I don't know, but if we don't get the option to switch between mumbling and voices, I think ideally if we get a balance between mumbling and voices, I would be happy.
Hmm. And what do you prefer, mumbling or voices?
I've just been used to the nostalgic mumbling. I think it's just more, engaging, humorous, and like it's not like watching the film. Like it's good to have references like voices, but I just feel like Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens has a bit too much, and it just doesn't get me fully engaged with the game.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
doesn't feel like a Lego game.
I mean, I'm okay with the voicing. Tack, you're echoing, by the
too.
way, mate.
Pardon?
You're echoing.
Oh, hold
on. Yeah, I'm okay with the voices. I don't mind them. I'm completely happy. Especially because there are going to be those lines like "Hello there," and all the meme lines that are going to be fun to see in a Lego game. Imagine just Obi-Wan just dropping down to Grieve, just saying "Hello there" in Lego form.
Hello there.
That just go on, Tack. Show us.
wait,
hello.
what?
Hello there.
Oh,
Hello.
hello there.
Welcome back.
Oh, welcome back,
Outcast.
Outcast.
Hello there.
What else have we got?
We got the move
So,
on to PS5.
well,
You don't have any-
before we do, what do you guys think about Warner Bros. Being sold?
F in the chat.
Because let's throw on this other trailer. Because apparently EA are considering buying Warner Bros.
What?
Yes, they do.
No, objection.
Yes, they do.
Objection.
Yes, they do. $2
Microtransaction update. I can see it now.
I mean, we'll probably see a lot of DLCs in all fairness.
Oh my god. Yeah, and we might see a load of loot boxes.
But how do you think that's going to affect future Lego games?
They told me they fixed it.
Severely.
Yeah,
Each character costs like $1.
I didn't even realize it was EA.
Yeah, no, not necessarily. So at the moment, EA haven't been confirmed to buy it, but they are looking into it. EA are considering buying Warner Bros. And Warner Bros. Are I don't know who it is, but they are going to be selling Warner Bros. Games to someone else.
Yeah. No. Do you reckon we'll see news in the Gamescom 2020 in August? I don't know if you found that the most likely.
Sure.
We've had 2 game events already.
So in terms of what we've seen so far, and in terms of what else we're going to see probably this month and next month, it's a lot of indie titles. It's a lot of those really small games, and it's just it's not likely for the Skywalker Saga. There's a small possibility, but even then, it's really not that likely. But in terms of Gamescom, that's a massive event where they're going to be showing possibly AAA titles, big games. Therefore, I'm not sure if we'll get stuff on the Skywalker Saga. If there is any event, if Warner Bros. Or TT Games want to show something at an event, it will probably be Gamescom. But I've got a feeling they are going to probably announce the next Lego game.
Have Warner Bros. Has it been clarified to be in the event?
Summer Game Fest.
Summer Game Fest. Okay.
Warner Bros. Games are confirmed to be in the whole of the Summer Game Fest. There are a lot of events in the Summer Game Fest, so we don't know exactly which event they're going to be in. We can hope, but that's about it.
What platform would you be getting the Skywalker Saga on?
I'm fortunate enough to have the Xbox and PS4. I'll probably hopefully get on both. At least the PS4, sure.
Yeah. Probably PS.
Yeah, I'm gonna get mine on PC. I've got an Xbox. I might get it on that. Although I'm definitely going to try it out on the next generation consoles, because I do think it's going to be available for those consoles. Obviously, nothing's been announced or confirmed yet, although I do think they're definitely going to do something for those, and I'll definitely get it on those consoles.
I think PS4 or PC for me. But another thing is, some people want a multiplayer, and what are the chances you find that to be true, that we will receive multiplayer?
At
I
launch,
mean, like
very low.
Well,
co-op, like online co-op.
like a full-on multiplayer, not like couch co-op, like like
No, I mean,
Lego
like online
Dimensions.
co-op.
Yeah.
Depends on if they want to. It depends on how they're going to implement it. If at launch, I definitely think no, but maybe.
Yeah, because we know it's going to be the biggest Lego game, and I think if a multiplayer was to happen, I think that would be amazing for our community, especially for like when we stream off, we're just doing stuff in our own time. That it would be amazing. It would it'll be just phenomenal for free roam as well, just of how big we know the Skywalker Saga is going to be.
I would really like it if it was online. Although it's a Lego game and it's a massive Lego game, at the same time, I would really like it if it was online. I wouldn't care if it didn't have online, because it's a Lego game, and I play Lego games quite often to only play by myself in single player and just enjoy the walkthrough and enjoy the actual gameplay. So I wouldn't necessarily mind if online wasn't a thing, but I would I'd love it if they did have online, because you'd be able to share the experience with everyone else.
Yeah. Well, we know. Yeah. Oh, well, forget that. I think whether we get online or not, I think it's going to be really fun either way. But if we're streaming it, it's just gonna, add that more engagement and interaction with the fan base. So whether it is or not, I feel like we're still gonna have a load of fun. But it's just a plus, pretty much.
And how do you think they would work online?
Well,
Because you've got like the long shot of having the whole worlds, or whole, I suppose you could call it a universe maybe, because you have all these 20 different planets. You've got one option where you have that whole universe as one online lobby, and you can have people jump in between planets, and that would just be incredible, amazing online. Or you could have like Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, where you can have two people connect, where you would play as couch co-op, but it would just be co-op online, and you can have just two people doing the missions together. Which way do you think would be better, or which way do you think they'll consider?
Consider probably the second one. Better would be the first one, or even both.
Yeah, like I feel like some people were saying that if multiplayer was to be a thing, that it would be sort of some sort of like Star Wars GTA Online. I don't know why.
So Lego Star Wars GTA Online. That'd be pretty fun though, wouldn't it? If the whole universe was one lobby that you could all play as. But I do think that, because I don't think they've ever done that before. I'm not sure what they've done with like Lego Worlds, and I think maybe a Lego Indiana Jones game, I think they are online. But I think if they were to do online, they would just make that connection between both two characters, and two people can play through one game at once. Because that's what we've done before. Okay.
Yeah,
People else had online. So our recent was Lego Worlds the most recent Lego game?
For online, yes. In terms of literally the most recent, no. I think the most recent one was probably DC Supervillains or Lego Incredibles.
Okay. I was gonna say if Lego Worlds was the most recent one, then I would say it's a possibility.
I think
There's
that
still
game
games that
came out in like 2016. Yeah, the last one was it was the Lego Movie 2 video game, apart from the Lego Marvel Collection. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Incredibles and DC Supervillains came out in 2018.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I have one topic I'd like to discuss. So, when they announced that there would be 500 characters in the game, They said that not all of them will be playable. What do you think the ratio will be between the playable and non-playable?
I think there's going to be around, a solid 400 playable characters.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, well, the thing is, as we know that we're going to be able to play nearly 500 characters is insane. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Honestly, I'm speechless.
but yeah, it's just I know, like in one of the interviews, I forgot who said it, but pretty much they've said yes to every possible character that could be added into the Skywalker Saga.
Literally anyone you can think of. If anyone can think of any character, it's probably in the game. We'll probably even see the dinosaur Jedi. I mean, I've just thought of it, so surely they thought of it at one point. The reason why they never originally said how many characters there was going to be was because they just kept adding on to them every time they thought of a new character. They've got Yaddle, so surely,
Yaddle.
yeah, we should be able to see the dinosaur Jedi, don't you think?
More,
I-
yeah. Yes.
I'm making a list on the 500 characters. I'm not, this
Of
is not
course,
a secret. I've
of
been working on
course.
this for months.
Yeah.
500.
I am to the point where I'm including Sebulba's 2 slaves that he had at the pod race. I possibly
Aw.
think of so many characters.
Dex the Jester should be very fun. I'm very looking forward to playing Dexter.
Like elaborating on what Astrol said about the both slave ones. I wonder if they're going to be like. We know that obviously all the vehicles and characters etc. are going to be like brand newly designed in a unique way, and and people prefer the characters over the vehicles. But I'm wondering whether or not it's going to be different because you say like Django's slave one had Django's ship had that bomb thing, like on that Geonosis, and Boba could have like I don't know concussion rockets or something.
Talking about
So,
Boba,
Different skins
like-
with different abilities.
Yeah, because like I'm pretty sure both ships had different sort of weapons or something. I don't know, but I'm really interested. Like, see if they're just going to be like completely different vehicles or just similar, because I don't think they would take that approach.
so the dinosaur Jedi is named Yarl Poof.
Morning, yeah,
No, it's Coleman Trevor.
Oh yeah,
Yarl
Trebor,
Proof is-
Coleman Trebor. That's what I've heard. Yeah, I recognise that. Yeah.
Yarl Proof is the 2-tip Jedi.
Well,
The Kaminoan.
we're definitely gonna get a lot of characters. That's also one thing I'm looking forward to the most, because a lot of the reasons why I play a lot of Lego games is to play as those iconic characters, and this game is gonna have every single character you can think of, probably in every single outfit you can think of. Meaning we're gonna get like 8 Obi-Wans, we're gonna get like 8 Lukes and 8 Hans and 8 Leias. We'll have
Well-
loads of characters.
Well, as long as we get like as long as the skins actually look like their skins compared to Battlefront 2, and as long as like at least the main characters get more skins than like Han or something.
Yeah, well, I expect Han's still probably going to get a lot of skins. We saw he's got his Hoth hooded and his Hoth unhooded. Just there's 2
Yeah.
skins. Just they've taken the hood off and added it as another skin.
We know that Kylo has his unmasked and mask appearance from The Force Awakens, and his scarred appearance from no. Yeah, well, technically there's 4 skins.
There's
for Ren.
four that's been confirmed
Yeah.
for Ren, yeah.
Yeah, you've got his mask and unmasking from The Force Awakens,
Mhm.
his scarred one, and the one from The Rise of Skywalker
Yep.
in that
Cracked.
countdown. Yeah, exactly. So, with the different variations, it's going to be interesting to see how many we're actually going to receive. So, yeah, that'll be really
A
good.
lot of characters, a lot of fun. And that's obviously releasing apparently October 20th, although, there's a bit of controversy around that, because right now we're kind of in a bit of a confusion spot, because Star Wars, released the release date, or they announced the release date, then they took it down straight away and they retracted their statement. So right now,
Yeah.
we're in a bit of confusion until Warner Bros. And TC Games finally tell us, what the release date is going to be.
Well, some of us, or if not most of us, did a video regarding this, and obviously with the 20th of October release date, I would predict that the release date is real because it was uploaded on the official Star Wars YouTube channel and it couldn't get any more real. You know, they've got the Star Wars license and they're most probably bound to know, but they were not supposed to reveal it at that time. But you know, the woman, what was her name, like Kristen Baver, she sounded like casual addressing it, and you know, for a release date, you wouldn't just say it casually in a video with no Skywalker Saga as the title in the video, if that makes sense. So, you know, it just seemed like as if we already knew knowledge on it, and as it was taken down and re-uploaded with the comment being removed, it kind of proves that they didn't want it from getting out, and as TT Games didn't say anything about it, I feel like it comes to show that it could be.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a load of factors for it to be true, although
There's like equally enough factors for it to be false as well. But
I don't know.
In all fairness, it's Star Wars. Star Wars are biggest company probably associated with this game, except from Star Wars is the main thing about this game. Warner Bros are making it. Warner Bros are promoting it. TT Games are making it. But Star Wars is the whole rights movement, and not rights movement, the whole rights. They control everything. Everything has got to go through them because it's Star Wars. It's their stuff. It's their content. There's probably so much paperwork that's got to be scripted and signed just for Star Wars to actually allow Warner Bros and TT Games to use all these kind of stuff. But surely Star Wars would know about a release date, and if that Star Wars wouldn't just think of a random date and then release that date. Surely they had some mentality behind it. Of course, what I thought was that they were supposed to release it May 4th. They didn't, but the dude who scripted that whole video had no idea. He thought, you know, they had still released it May 4th, thought it was common knowledge, and then he just addressed it like no one knew.
That's another good point, because she would have been addressing it from a script as well, so, you know, I feel like it comes to show, because the only thing I can really say for it to be false if TT Games state that it is indeed false, but I just assume that it's real, because obviously, again, there's been articles saying that it would, quote, release later down the year. Not soon, but later. If it was soon, then I would probably speculate the summer, but later, I would assume full. Like, these placeholders in shops and stuff are pretty much
surprising.
Yeah, well, I just don't think they share any significance, because think about when we first got that placeholder in April or something. There were a few in April, few in February.
April 20th,
yeah, exactly. Like, loads of people were getting hyped thinking this was the release date.
Yeah, it was like everyone, wasn't it?
Yeah, like people were just getting, you know, just what's the word? Just put down because of it. But the thing is, I just didn't believe it. Like once we got multiple of them, I just knew it was false, because you know companies don't know the release date and I need a placeholder just you know, to be on the safe side. But I just feel like some people couldn't. I don't know. Just I don't know. It's just hope too much for a date, like at the time.
Yeah,
because like
there's so much confusion going around about this game because the lack of information they're releasing is the problem.
Yeah. It also, hence why, again, just to reiterate, why our channels have been a bit dry and we've not really uploaded that much. So, yeah, it's obviously with the lack of communication and marketing, it kind of affects us on what we can upload, because most of us can, you know, we can upload like pretty much anything we want to do, but people who have uploaded it for ages and consistently will know that, you know, we're not devs, we're YouTubers, and we can only think of limited ideas.
Exactly. We are not developers. Okay? I mean, technically, if everyone here in the chat and everyone watching our videos, if you was to research and do as much research as we do on the game, you would know literally exactly the same amount. If you just, you know, went on Google and looked up some interviews and, you know, actually like researched a lot about this game, you would know exactly how much we do. We don't know any more than public knowledge. That's it, because that's, you know, that's all the developers, and that's way too much for us.
Obviously, some may know others, because like for those who do watch me when I done my Everything We Know video, I had to like do some deep research to find out pretty much everything we know about the game. So yeah, some of us will possess more knowledge than others, but you know, we only know pretty much as much as you.
Yeah, exactly. Although Astromech knows a lot of stuff. What? So, in terms of the next Lego game, what do you think that could be? What would you like it to be? The next Lego game after the Skywalker Saga?
Is there? Yeah, go on. Sorry, Astral.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh, I don't know if there's an Indiana Jones film supposed to be coming out in the coming years. I don't know if that's true or not.
Let me have a quick Google.
Because I think it would either be an Infinity Saga game or another Indiana Jones game. It'll probably be one or the other. So those two are probably my guesses.
The sequel, unofficially known as Indiana Jones 5, will bring back Harrison Ford July 9th, 2021. So it's possible. So, you know, a Lego Indiana Jones possible remake is possible. Star Wars The Clone Wars 2 would be a good idea. Although, as soon as they've got that out of the way, there's literally like nothing in the next, you know, for a while to do on Star Wars.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know. It's just what games can you do next? Because like, if we were to count out how many Star Wars games, like I don't know how many, but I wouldn't say there's got to be
1, 2,
like
3, 4.
a ton.
I think the Infinity Saga should be next. I think that would be a really good game.
Well, it makes sense because obviously the MCU is probably like got the most fans, or you know, it earns the most money from its films anyway, so it attracts the most attention. So, you know, this could be another great opportunity for TT Games to do something like, you know, take an approach from the Skywalker Saga to an Infinity Saga game. Like, I don't know if I'll get it. I'd say there's a chance. I like Star Wars more. I like Star Wars more than I do the MCU. Like, I don't mind the MCU, but
a lot of people are saying Harry Potter. Everyone would like a new Harry Potter Lego game. Maybe Lego The Wizarding World.
Is there a new Isn't there supposed to be a new Harry Potter film as well?
No.
I don't know if...
I mean, there could be another Fantastic Beasts movie. I think there's one coming up maybe next year.
Harry Potter would be good. If, like, you know how there was like 2 different games, like 1 through 4 and 5 to 7. Like, if there was one big game for all 7 years, that'd be quite good. Because, you know, Harry Potter deserves a bit more appreciation. I'm not a massive fan of it, but I do like it.
Yeah. So it seems like Harry Potter and Marvel are the 2 games that people want the most for the next Lego game.
Yeah. Harry Potter could be a good approach, especially like with something that doesn't get that much attention in terms of the game, because, you know, we've had so many a few Star Wars games and loads of Marvel games and stuff like that. So, you know, yeah, I feel like it would be something different as well. You know, especially with, you know, like how the Skywalker Saga is going to be new, and you know, the same would apply to Harry Potter. But another thing as well. What are the chances you lot find DLCs coming to the Skywalker Saga?
I mean, they've confirmed post-launch.
They confirmed what?
Confirmed post-launch content.
Yeah,
did they? Yeah, I think they support the game post-launch. Yeah.
So
does it cost
if we do get, obviously they've not, you know, they've not specified.
DLCs would,
yeah. But out of everything in Star Wars, whether it's the Clone Wars, Rebels, Resistance, Mandalorian, Solo, Rogue One, etc., what would be the one DLC you would want the most?
Hands down.
The most Clone Wars.
The Mandalorian for me.
I think the Mandalorian is most likely, but Clone Wars.
Both of them are created by Disney, so I would probably say if they want to market, like, you know, Mandalorian season 2, or, you know, something to celebrate the Clone Wars season 7. I would say both of them would be good choices, because, you know, I've heard people say they want like Jedi Fallen Order and Battlefront 2, but it wouldn't really make much sense because, you know, both of them are 2 different complete games. They're both published by different people, designed by different people, approval from those companies who are not Disney.
Yeah.
You know, you would need to pay money to get the actors in and record all the voices and stuff like that. So I would say they'll probably do DLCs based on Disney companies rather than, you know, Respawn and DICE, etc.
I really hope they do something on these DLCs, and they do if they do a DLC for the Mandalorian, Clone Wars, Rebels, Solo, and Rogue One, I'll be gassed. I'll be happy. I'll be hyped, because
Definitely.
those are the 5 that will add on to the Skywalker saga, and it will literally be like the biggest, greatest Star Wars game ever, and there wouldn't be really much they would have missed out on.
Because an interesting topic, well, not topic, well, sort of, because originally TT Games said that they were originally focusing their concentration strictly on the 9 Star Wars Saga films, although with the, with these new Lego sets being revealed to us, the Razor Crest, the 501st Battle Pack, and stuff like that. So we're getting like sets. Well, we're getting vehicles from the Mandalorian and the Clone Wars. So I'm wondering whether it could, just be an opportunity to get DLCs in the Skywalker Saga, or whether they're actually going to go into other films and series and do stuff like that. Because we all know that we want stuff from pretty much everywhere, but like we might not have like the DLCs.
Probably Forces of Destiny.
Yeah,
Forces of Destiny DLC.
We might not have.
Oh, no.
We might not have the DLCs like the missions, in terms of like 5 per film, etc., etc. Like obviously, I've been doing a DLC series where I come up with a bundle of characters, bundle of vehicles, an exclusive planet, and one exclusive mission. So, there's just endless possibilities, and TC Games could just stretch their imagination further. And I think it would just be a missed opportunity otherwise.
I think they should at least do probably around 7 characters and a level. I think a level for each DLC would be really cool.
Yeah, because
then we get to play. Because then we do get to play. At least something from the Mandalorian, the Clone Wars, the Rebels, Solo, and Rogue One. There'd be something in it from everyone, and then we still have it's good content. It's not just even though it would be cool to have like an 8 character pack DLC for all those things, an 8 character pack and a level, or a 10 character pack and a level would just be so much better.
Yeah, obviously some DLCs are going to require more characters or less than others because there's going to be more protagonists and antagonists. But an average DLC is about 7 to 10 characters, as you said. But if we got some vehicles and maybe a planet, that would be absolutely that would be amazing. Like as Troll loves, I'm speechless. It's insane. It's crazy. Honestly.
The way you said insane, the way you described all the way how you're blown away is just so funny.
Well, yeah, just having 500 characters, like, come on, who wouldn't be hyped? Come on, like,
it's insane.
Honestly, you sounded so serious when you said it.
Well, you get like an average, like a Lego game tends to have at least 200 odd characters, and knowing that we get double
500 is mad, yeah.
Near enough double the amount. Like, come on, surely that doesn't give you all hyped up or something? Because
I think what's gonna get me hyped up is gameplay. I'm at the moment, the past month for me has been probably the longest I've gone with the least hype. Because I mean, talk about it more now, you get more hyped about it. But especially when we get a trailer or when we get some gameplay, I think it's gonna skyrocket the hype for everyone. And that's how Lego games do. They just they draw out the marketing, although they don't really do it this long because they don't usually announce their game like a year before. But then they drop these big trailers and it just gets the hype up, and people are gonna buy the game anyway. But that still doesn't mean that they should have near to no marketing. But I think a gameplay trailer will get me hyped up.
Oh, definitely. Especially with, like, to reiterate what we mentioned before about, like, everything we know. And, like, if we were to put what we know into our minds and imagine what it would be like, it's just... You can't even imagine it because of how good it's going to be. Like, honestly, it's not going to disappoint us, honestly. The game is not to be underestimated.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm pretty sure you already got the email with that early free code.
Outcast, you'll be a noob at the game. You won't even be able to kill the stormtroopers.
No, I'm pretty sure I will.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, like, I feel like even though with the lack of news and stuff with the Skywalker Saga, I feel like it's a good thing because it leaves us more questions and more we can discuss about. So, just leaves open doors for like potential opportunities.
All right. So moving on from the Skywalker Saga now. How about we have a little discussion on the PlayStation 5? Which was
What
It-
the?
Wi-Fi
So
router.
nice.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi router.
Yeah, the
yeah.
Wi-Fi
Oh,
router.
like
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
Of course, it was revealed at the PS5 event. Of course, I done my whole reaction live stream and everything to that to watch along, and it was pretty exciting. I'm not necessarily a big PlayStation fanboy, but it did look pretty good. So what do you guys think about the new PlayStation 5?
Um,
I don't understand the digital and non-disc version. One of them has-
Xbox have already done this for like I think the Xbox One S. What it is that the normal console literally has just a disc port where you can put discs in, but then the non-digital version is trying to get into the future of gaming where there's no more games on disc and it's all digital. And
There's no difference besides there's no disc.
yeah, there's no different. It'll probably be like it'll probably be a bit cheaper, and you won't be able to play games through disc. It's all digital.
well, in terms of the design, like between the PS5 and the Xbox X Series, a point goes to the PS5. In terms of how it performs, the Xbox performs. I hate to say this, but the Xbox performs slightly better than the PS5.
I
But-
agree. I have both.
No,
like,
and I just
you
like
know-
how it runs better.
But between having a fridge and a Wi-Fi router, like I would personally stick with PC because I think PC is just superior to console.
The one
But-
thing I'm excited for is between the Xbox One, Xbox Series X and the PS5, I could probably play all the Xbox games on PC, but I won't be able to play all the PlayStation games on PC, although there will be some. But the exclusives I'll only be able to play on PlayStation. I am, however,
Spider-Man.
disappointed about the sheer size of a console, because
Oh,
it's the
yeah.
biggest console we've had at all. It's bigger than the original Xbox, the original Xbox One, the 360, everything. It's the biggest console yet. It's massive.
Yeah, honestly, it's just like I just don't know because
It's
I'm
bigger than the
anticipating. I'm anticipating that the PS5 is at least gonna cost £500, but
Some people
Um,
are thinking up to like 700 quid, which is a lot.
honestly, yeah. Well, if I had to choose between one or the other, sorry, Xbox nubs PS5.
At the moment,
Yeah.
I think the controller and the PlayStation itself looks okay, but I think I would like it a lot more in black. Although, if it was smaller, I would definitely go for it. But the size, it does put me off a little bit.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
can only
well,
stand vertically.
Yeah, no, it can also lie down horizontally. It doesn't look very good, but it does. It can.
it
Of course
doesn't.
it can.
It doesn't. Look very good.
It doesn't.
Like you just. Yeah, just.
So what next generation console are you guys considering getting?
I'm definitely probably gonna get the PS5 and might get the Xbox as well. If I had to choose, it'd be probably the PS4 because I just there's so many. I can live stream on the PS4. That's how I do my live streams. I don't have a PC set up yet, but you can't do that on Xbox, at least not yet. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
my channel.
Well, the thing is, I don't want like a block. Like, if I had an Xbox with a block, I may as well just put one of my Lego sets on top of it and just think of it as a stand.
On one hand, I really look forward to the PlayStation because of the games. Although, in terms of where it's going to fit in my room, a small little box of an Xbox is so much more convenient than
Well,
having this massive
Can't you get-
PlayStation.
Well, can't you just put a Wi-Fi router in? just put two envelopes next to it.
Also, I'm not sure if it's coming or with it, but with the PlayStation 5, you are getting a controller, a headset, a remote, all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not sure if that's also,
Yeah.
if that's actually going with it.
It
could
could
be-
well,
controller.
it could either be that as a deal, or it could just be sold separately.
There's no way that it's gonna be $500 and have all of this stuff.
Oh yeah, true.
No, I
true.
think it's probably going to be the most expensive generation of consoles yet.
So.
Oh, for sure.
Out of all the games that were showcased in the PS5 event, what games would you say you're most looking forward to?
There's-
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think it's only Spider-Man, to be fair.
Yeah.
There's more games. Like, for me, my most anticipated game, Tack. Yeah, come in.
Mhm. Oh,
My most anticipated games, except from the Skywalker saga this year, is going to be Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which again is on the PS5, but it's on every console. If they showed something at PS5, I would have been glad, although they have, I think, already released a trailer. But I'm not sure who else plays Assassin's Creed, but Assassin's Creed Valhalla is my most anticipated game, apart from the Skywalker saga this year.
yeah, definitely. I don't know. I just don't think any games appeal to me. But obviously, my most hyped game is definitely the Skywalker Saga. You know,
Same.
Yeah.
But talking about Spider-Man, that's the next topic. Do you want to move on?
yeah, if you want.
So
So,
they said that it's gonna be
Spider-Man and Miles
it's not gonna be
Morales.
for the new game.
yeah, so
It says it's gonna be an
It's an
expansion.
extension.
yeah, so it's a spin-off from the Spider-Man PlayStation 4 game. It was revealed at the PS5 event first. It was the first game that was revealed, and it was also probably the best thing at the event, which is disappointing that it was released so early. I mean, maybe the console released or the console reveal was probably topped it, but in terms of game, it was definitely the best game of the entire event. What do you guys think of the game?
Much better than that cat simulator.
Yeah, definitely.
Cat Simulator.
Cat
So many of the
Simulator.
games I just found I just didn't care about. Like again, Stray. It looks interesting. It's an interesting concept to even make a game about. I don't know. Just the game will
Well,
look
it's like-
interesting, but I'm not.
Yeah. With this, wait, we're talking about Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Miles Morales, yeah.
Yeah. Like, with this new Spider-Man game and with this last one that came out, like loads of people wanted me to get it, but there's just something about it that just never appealed to me or anything like that.
What doesn't appeal to me as much is it's not Peter Parker. Now I know you've got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I think, but I haven't seen that, unfortunately.
It's so good. You should see it.
I know a lot of people praise the hell out of that. They say it's amazing. So I'll consider what. I mean, if I get this game, I'll definitely watch the movie first. And it does look like a good game, like in terms of the graphics. There's like a whole snow city environment as well, which looks pretty cool. And of course, it's going to be on the PS5. It's going to be exclusive to the PS5.
Yeah.
But it is an extension. It's a spin-off, not a sequel.
A spin-off.
Oh, Insomniac. That's what I was talking about earlier.
Insomniac, what we singing? The
But yeah, at the moment there hasn't been any release date. All we know is that it's coming out on the PlayStation 5.
Interesting. I don't know if I'll get the game, but I'll probably just look at videos of gameplay reviews and go from there pretty much.
Yeah.
To watch a video of someone who uploaded all
Yeah.
the cutscenes.
I'll just watch I'll just watch Outcast's video.
Outcast, do you think you'll get the Spider-Man game?
I mean, as long as it's not overly priced.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a very long game because it is a spin-off.
I can buy you it for your birthday or Christmas. Don't worry, Outcast.
But I am also disappointed with the games that are carrying the next generation. Because they are not massive games, and they're not big games either. And the fact that they are carrying the next generation of consoles is pretty disappointing. They haven't got anything really better than what we already have. Yeah, which is, it is pretty disappointing.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I just didn't bother watching the game shows. It's just the games just didn't meet to my expectation. Just like some even got more dislikes because of the game showcase to them.
Yeah. So in the future game show, obviously I done my watch along to that, and it was very disappointing. Not just in terms of the Skywalker Saga, but in terms of any games that were announced. It was way too overhyped, and it was just a whole indie showcase. And it definitely got more dislikes than likes in the end.
I just felt like there was so much filler. There was like 3 or 4.
I think it was all filler.
Games that, I mean, yeah, but there was the Spider-Man,
Oh, yeah, PS5.
racing people are talking about. I don't know why. What was that? I don't remember what it's called. Like what is it? I don't know. There was some racing game. Those
Yeah.
three seem to be the.
Gran
I
Turismo.
Oh, it was a Gran Turismo, wasn't it? There was a Gran Turismo
yeah.
announced.
That was-
What?
Yeah.
GTA? The Turismo?
Gran Turismo should be pretty good. But yeah, the
They also
PS5 event had a few big games. And GTA, yeah. GTA is now going to be on the PS5. I'm not sure if it's going to be upscaled, but it does show that now Rockstar aren't really focusing on a GTA 6. They're trying to push that GTA 5 for as long as possible.
Oh yeah, honestly, that
No, yeah,
GTA,
I mean, it
that
does
that
make him a lot of money.
the
I mean,
thing.
yeah, it
Well, the thing is, with it's 7 worth years of content, and with the amount of grinding you have to do, like it's just going to encourage people to buy shark cards, which partly generates Rockstar's profits. So it's sort of just a way to bait them in, pretty much. But like. It sucks. Like when you just see the Rockstar logo, you think GTA 6 is going to announce, but you just see like it's coming to it's coming to the PS5, but you get 1 million every month, and it's just got better graphics and stuff like that.
I could definitely see an upscaled 4K GTA. Although, because they make so much money off GTA 5 and GTA Online, and in fact that's going to be pushed to the next generation of consoles, shows us we're probably not going to get a GTA 6, maybe at all, or any time in the future.
Yeah,
Now,
definitely.
keep in mind, it was released on the PS3. which
Yeah,
just means
PS3.
back like 2005, I believe.
2
Now,
generations
the
ago.
same game released on the system, made in 2005, is releasing on
PS3,
2020.
PS5, it's mad. Yeah, they definitely, they're rinsing every last bit of money from that.
Yeah, honestly, it's just. Oh, it just sucks that like I wouldn't have expected it to be announced, but it would have got me really hyped. But it just got a lot of hate as a
Mhm.
result. Honestly, it just sucks.
So we've kind of reached the topics that we wanted to talk about today.
Yeah.
Any other topics you guys would like to talk about?
I don't know. If not, then perhaps we can maybe answer some questions
Yeah,
from
that's what I was thinking.
the
Yeah.
viewers.
So
Yeah.
a little bit of a Q&A. Guys, do you have any questions at all about the Popcorn Podcast?
So
What is
whether
number one outcast?
like whether you can ask questions like whether Outcast is a noob, whether Astromech smell. No, I'm kidding,
No.
Dory. Well,
Wow.
Outcast is a noob, but
Well, I mean, that's confirmed.
That's
yeah. So
debatable.
yeah, any questions to any of us or just about the podcast in general, please feel free to ask us, and we'll be sure to answer.
Ask Astro what video means.
If there's anything you'd like to see in the Popcorn Podcast as well, any certain topic of conversation, definitely let us know.
Yeah, any special guest topics,
Flap,
Yeah, guests coming soon.
Is flap.
or
Look-
we could talk about stream when, video when,
What video?
what video.
Well, I guess.
Astro no comment.
How?
I can confirm. I stream with him almost every day. Outcast is. I
Hold on.
carry in every game mode we play.
Oh, wait.
Absolute garbage.
Nah.
This is for Tactical. What is the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle episode for me? That is, I think there was an episode. It would either have, I think, probably the season 2 finale from the top of my head. Tack, will you be linking up with me, Dusty and Flap in Squadrons? Of course, JMO. Of course, it would be an honor.
Daniel, face cams. That's what we need, guys. We need face cams.
Well,
Astral, Outcast,
Outcast,
wear a
whatever.
mask. Wear a mask. Grab a face cam.
well, if you
I
watch,
would wear a mask, but I can't.
Wear
I'm
your
wearing my
Stormtrooper
headset.
helmet.
I-
Your Stormtrooper
I
helmet.
would. I was
Yeah.
thinking about it.
Well,
but it wasn't.
if for those who used to watch me, I used to show my face, but obviously my face cam is a PS4 one and it's not compatible with my PC, so I'm potentially gonna get a
Silly.
new one, but I don't know whether I'll show my face or not.
You definitely
Because
should.
I've had some noobs trying to put me down, like like Outcast. No, I'm joking, but he is a noob.
What?
Face cam is what we need.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I would like to. It makes like
No.
it'll definitely make the podcast and my streams more interactive, and it just shows who's behind the screen and and stuff like that. So it's like you're actually talking to your audience rather than just than a normal voice call. Or podcast.
I would love to wear my Rex helmet.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I
clown
might
should
have
be
to,
helmet.
I might have to get my hair
Oh,
cut. I might have to get my hair cut first before I get my face cam because my hair is severely overgrown.
Yeah, just buzz it all off like me.
Oh,
Buzz it all off. Go
I'm
bald.
I'm not cutting my hair. You've got no chance.
You are a bold one.
You, Shelby's bald head.
Shelby's bald head.
Yes.
Shelby's bald.
Yeah, and guests are coming soon, guys. We're gonna get into some contact with some YouTubers and some other people, and possibly get some more guests on the podcast, just to spice things up a bit. Obviously, we don't want every podcast to be the same. So yeah, next time we'll hopefully have a guest. We'll have a look. We'll see.
I have an idea.
I've got a few recommendations. Although, obviously, just to reiterate that the Popcorn podcast is going to be every week, and we are going to discuss different topics with perhaps different people. So we're going to try and make it as interactive as we can. So this has been our first podcast for all of us, and originally we were all nervous, but just by doing it, I feel like it's just been great. Just talking with different people from different communities. Just building up your confidence, and just having a normal discussion with people, and just looking at everyone's comments, and it's just really nice.
It went better than I expected.
Only
Come
25
on, what did we say? At least have some faith.
you done well. You done well. Outcast could have,
been a bit of a noob and speak.
Do some things, alright?
Right. No, Outcast is just chilling. It's fine. We're all just chilling. It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry. So, guys, well, I sound like I'm streaming.
It's a joint effort. Next podcast, guys, is going to be next Tuesday. It is every Tuesday, Din. Yes, definitely. And that will be next podcast. Hopefully, we'll have a new guest. So, I mean,
obviously, if you've already not, since Shelby's not said anything, but please feel free to subscribe to us if you don't know any of us. Or
yes, link in the description to Tactical Operator, Outcast, and Astromech, their channels. Definitely go ahead and subscribe to those. Link in the description. Subscribe to me as well if you're new. Drop a like on the stream, all that kind of good stuff.
I'll definitely recommend Outcast. His content's like quality.
Honestly, he's the best YouTuber here.
Yeah, honestly, like
Outcast, definitely.
I'm the happy
For sure.
I'm
for
the
sure.
happy
Yeah.
Be careful of the content you watch on his channel. Maybe just look at his channel and don't click on a video. Just look at his channel, subscribe, don't click on the videos. Maybe click on them, drop a like, leave. That's it. Maybe don't even read the title,
Also, guys, if you do have any questions you want to ask us, or if there's any feedback or improvements, etc., don't hesitate to message any of us, and we'll hopefully be sure to answer you, and hopefully your dream comes true.
Star Wars
So
guy.
cool.
We can't get in Kitty Door.
Kitty Door, you got no chance.
No chance. Stop spamming, please. We can't get in Kitty Door. But yeah, link in the description to everyone's channel. Go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, that'll be it for us today.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
actually
so what
enjoyed
video?
it. So I want to ask a question to the audience. So guys, did you enjoy the podcast? That's probably the main question.
Yes.
I personally, or we want to know,
Yes.
pretty much.
How did you
you know,
find it? Did you
I
enjoy
thought,
it? Give us a
in
rating.
terms of, yeah.
What is your top 3 things you think we should change? Don't spam it, but in one message, what would we change? Because I know we need to fix my audio. I thought we had it
your
set up.
your audio.
Yeah, your audio, Astral.
Your-
Your audio has
audio
been
is
horrible.
I
Jeez.
don't.
You'll
don't
hear
know
it
why I
back.
said
You'll
that.
hear it back in the stream. You'll understand what we're talking
Wait,
about.
here's one for Tactical. What is your opinion on Jamal? An absolute legend, an inspiration, a guy I wish to follow in his footsteps, of the positive vibes and awareness he spreads about Star Wars. A
Hey-
guy who is not toxic.
Agent Milton, be careful of what you're sending. Don't be like that. You get hidden from the channel.
Yeah, no noobs.
But yeah,
Oh. Yeah, I don't know, Batman, to be honest. But yeah, if you're all, obviously it is going, just to reiterate again, obviously it's going to be a weekly, live stream podcast. So obviously in terms of the performance today, we actually managed to maintain at least 50 plus people watching, nearly 100 likes, which is impressive for our first podcast. And I'm glad that we've kind of managed to keep it as interactive and fun as we can. But we may have not responded to all comments, but this is why we diverted our time to answer a few questions at the end, hence why we've done the Q&A.
And I mean, I hope you all enjoyed solely Shelby's face and no one else's. Because that's what we got.
So, thank you for watching.